No Man's Sky is like any other game where sometimes you follow the rules and you do exactly what you're supposed to do, and other times you try to optimize to reduce the grind of a certain task. Sometimes this means optimizing something in a way that the developers did not plan for, and in other cases it means exploiting a game mechanic in a way that is entirely not how it's intended to work. Well, today I am going to show you a way to exploit a normal mechanic in the game and get tons of nanites really fast. Once again, let me reinforce, this is an exploit, so if you're not wanting to do an exploit, you want to go ahead and skip this video. If you're looking for an exploit though, or you just like the fact I'm giving you a faster way to do this, hit that like button below. So what this boils down to is how the game saves your data. Essentially, the idea is this: if you trade another player 5,000 gold and reload your save point, do you get the 5,000 gold back and they have a duplicate of it, or do they suddenly lose it? To accommodate for this aspect, when you trade with another player, it actually updates your inventory in your last save. This means when you reload your save point, you'll still have the same inventory, which is good if a friend just traded you a really good item and your game crashed before you could save. But what it doesn't update is things like your nanites, hence why this works so well. So first thing we have to do is, as you exit your ship, make sure you're getting that automatic save point. Next, you want to go to Iteration Ares or any of the trade merchants on a space station where you can buy upgrades. So I'm going to purchase a bunch of upgrades, and with Ares, you go based on what you get available. I am going to go with the highest yield one I can find, which looks to be this one for 177 nanites. And I'm just going to buy until I have no more room in my inventory. So now I have an inventory, both my general and my cargo space, full in my open spots. If I had really wanted to make a lot of nanites from this exploit, I could have emptied everything out to give me even more space. But I like to stick to the more legitimate methods myself. This is just really to show you. But as you see, I have a ton of these, and if I reloaded my save point right now, I would lose all this. Which is why you want to go to your network options if you are not already using multiplayer and turn on multiplayer. Now, with multiplayer enabled on the anomaly, you're going to have players coming in and out all the time, which means you can trade with them pretty readily. For this trade, I'm using 1 platinum. You can use anything you want. You can use all the tritium you have, or you can use just 1 tritium. I am choosing platinum because I have so much. And I'm just going to try and find somebody I can trade with. Now, if you have a problem getting somebody to trade, go around the middle where you can do your missions, or go over here where you can unlock stuff. You're always going to find people at one place or the other. So now I can go here. I just teleport that platinum over to them. And you see it took a second because it's now updating on both sides, mine and theirs. And they're probably wondering, why did you just give me 1 platinum? So now the real magic happens when we do our autosave. So now I'm back with my reloaded save, and as you can see, I still have all of the modules that I bought, but my nanites have gone back to what they were before buying all the modules. Which means now I can go back here to Ares, and instead of buying upgrades, I can turn around and sell him all of these that I bought for a total of 5,614 nanite clusters, which, once I go back to my ship and save again, will have me locked in at that 130,000, and I can do this again, and again, every time getting more and more nanites without actually losing any. So just to reiterate, this is a normal mechanic of the game in order to handle the way inventory exchanges happen between players. But in this case, we are exploiting it by using it to maintain our inventory despite not changing anything else in our last save point, allowing us to reload and get our nanites back that we spent on all the upgrades. If I really wanted to optimize this, I would have my entire inventory space empty and fill it up each time. It's also, again, an option to do this with the vendors on the space stations, perhaps just focusing on the S and A class upgrades. However, one thing you have to be aware of is making sure you do not get in and back out of your ship when you do that. This means going from one station to another using the teleporter and buying upgrades until you run out of room. Then using your ship to land on the anomaly, but trade with the player prior to getting out of your ship. And then, of course, not getting out of your ship, but reloading your save point to where you were last before you ever even entered the anomaly. This can get you a lot more in the way of nanites, but it's going to be more time consuming to jump around between systems, and it's also going to be a case of that risk that you just get distracted and end up saving with all of your nanites gone. All of this is working as of version 3.22, so, if you're watching this a lot further down the road, it might be fixed already, or it may still be a working thing. And of course, if you don't like the idea of exploits and you're still needing ways to get more nanites, I do have some other videos on legitimate ways to get it without exploiting game mechanics. But if you're one of those players that's not opposed to using an exploit, then there you go. That's all this video was about. So if you want to use it, use it. If you want to do legitimate ways, go do that. Play the game the way you want and enjoy yourself. Again, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and be sure to check out my other No Man's Sky content as well.